Will Rohan stand? Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some Dawnless Days, the Lord of the Rings mod for Total War Attila. We are diving back into another online battle, and today is the Siege of Edoras. This is an absolutely mammoth city, one definitely to honor the Horse Lords of Rohan, and it's going to be a desperate fight the entire way up the settlement. Plenty of narrow streets side by side with houses to provide the defenders with a nice way of defending their lands. However, being so heavily outnumbered is definitely going to be a struggle. However, also the attackers are coming from two directions, and they also have a very nice rear attack on the go. This way will hopefully allow them to push through this outer defense, which is unguarded, and then right into the backside of the men of Rohan. However, the Horse Lords are definitely taking advantage of this by sending out cavalry, so let's just dive straight into it and see how this one unfolds. So let's dive on board with some of the sallying out cavalry of Rohan. Hopefully this one will perform pretty well, as they are of course about to hit the enemy positions in the back, which again will hopefully disrupt them and cause them some issues. Also, I haven't even mentioned who's attacking and who's defending, so I'll do that right now. So on the attack, we of course have Isengard, the sworn enemy of Rohan, or at least now the sworn enemy of Rohan, and backing them up in this engagement is going to be the Haradrim. So we're going to have all sorts of men from the east. They also, I believe, have some pretty nice units from the Black Numenorians as well, which have recently been added, and they're going to be good to get a nice little glimpse up of that. And then, of course, on the defense, we do have the men of Rohan, which you guys are seeing currently harassing this Isengard position, trying to find any cracks, any positions that they can really utilize to bring down, the enemy line. However, they're looking pretty good right now, and yeah, not too worried about this cavalry assault. But all it takes is one very good charge, and that just rips through the enemy lines, kills hundreds. And there you go, coming after some of these half-orc axes. A nice little charge right there, really decimating the enemy position. And also, apparently, the enemy generals here somewhere, which would be a nice little kill if they managed to get the snipe off there. Oh, look at that as well. I think these are the half-orc axes right here, with some really cool new faces as well. Some units I haven't even seen for some time, which is always cool coming back to a game and kind of realizing everything. And again, another little charge off here, finding out these ladders. Oh, wow, they even have custom ladders now in this update. I mean, not anymore. That just got just eviscerated, I guess, when you get too close. But yeah, really cool stuff, seeing all these new additions. That's honestly going to be really, really nice as well when we get to the campaign. So again, if you guys haven't been following this project, or because I haven't been covering it for quite a while actually on the channel, I don't know when the last time I uploaded some Dawnless Days. But yeah, again, they're full on working on the campaign right now. And it's coming along very nicely. They're going into testing stages. They've got a bunch of new testers that are working on the mod. So yeah, again, the campaign, I feel like, is definitely on the horizon. One of the reasons I wanted to cover this, this mod again and keep it up kind of a bit more regularly on the channel. So again, if you guys want to see more Dawnless Days on the channel, get this video to 200 likes and maybe I'll do another online battle next week. I'd be more than happy to do that. If you guys want to see it, then drop a like, drop a comment, and if it does well, then I'll cover more. So let's take a look as well at how many kills this cavalry got. So 171 kills on the Knights of Eraling. Where's the other? Has the other unit already been broken? Yeah, it just got broken there. So they're sitting on... Yeah, they're sitting on 167. So again, that is some pretty expensive cavalry that did just get spent right there. I don't know if that was worth it, that sally out. Again, it causes some good disruption. But yeah, I'm not sure if that was 100% worth it. The gate has now been breached, and it seems like the defenders are really heavily going to be holding this inner line with some pretty cheap units. These clan axemen are here, not looking to really kind of hold a complete stoppage here. I believe these guys also do have javelins, so they will be able to harass the incoming Uruk-hai as they make their way in. But again, both sides are really committing their weaker units here. Mordor Rabble taking these initial shots is absolutely perfect. This is exactly the type of unit you want to be utilizing and throwing in, taking these javelins. We also have some more half-orc spearmen as well. Again, another cool unit I haven't seen in some time. Really nice stuff seeing all the new additions to the mod. I'm assuming a lot of the assets will be getting cleaned up and some removed, some added in between that. We also have some of the explosive sappers as well. Be interesting to see if they do go in and blow all of this up. Again, these aren't very valuable units, but could be very, very valuable just to clear this and get onto the next stage. Because the longer they stay here, the more these archers can just fire these arcing volleys over and over and over again down on the position and really take out the incoming assaults. A bit of a slower assault over on this left-hand side, though we are getting some of the Black Haven guards. So these are going to be, yeah, these are some of the like Black Numenorian-esque units that the Haradrim do have access to. They have kind of, I think, 3 tiers of types of units. They have the Black Numenorians, and they have kind of more of the tribal Haradrim, and then they also have kind of an in-between kind of heavy tribesmen. There's like a mix of them. Again, some of these golden soldiers as well, jumping off with the battle standard, and we have the really nice Black Numenorians here. I mean, whoo, god damn, that unit looks incredible. Really good stuff. So it looks like this position has been pretty much cleared out. Now, there isn't really much on the Isengard side of things. That initial half-orc axemen have all been taken care of. And we've got some nice little mark roaming around, looking for a nice little ambush position. They might even try and push outside of the settlement, reclaim this gatehouse and hold the line there. Yeah, it looks like they are actually going to be heading outside of a settlement, which is risky business, honestly. Going out here, but getting this unit, I guess, deployed on the enemy position is not bad. They're looking to try and just slow them up. Oh, no, they're really going after the mine layers. So, again, if you guys haven't seen this unit, they literally do what they do at Helm's Deep. They blow up walls, open up breaches. Luckily, though, they haven't been really given a great chance. However, the Knights are coming in here and killing some very valuable units of Berserkers right now. Getting stuck into these guys. Shock Infantry get decimated by Cavalry, so being able to get into there is going to be good, but they are giving up their lives. The pikemen moving up, the arrow fire coming in. The Knights are once again going to try and finish off, but I think a couple more volleys from these Uruk scouts are going to take off the horses, and that unit has thrown itself out. It's only 73 kills on them. They're trying their best to kill the sappers, who again can clear entire streets. And then the pikes go down. No Gandalf here to save you this day. And there's going to be another extremely valuable unit of Rohan taken down. And when you're defending in these battles, you need every one of the advantages to go your way. Another really cool look here as well as we progress on. They're just kind of reforming, getting their soldiers inside of the city. A really cool look again at the ladders. I love this. I love that they're starting to... there's a bit of a ladder issue by the looks of it. But I love that they're working on all these custom siege equipments and stuff, because it really just adds so much flavor to the game. There's so many custom maps now, custom architecture of all these buildings and stuff. Having custom siege equipment for all the factions is going to be really cool for sure. So again, we're getting more units moving around, probably going to start climbing some more, looking to destroy these towers with the fire arrows as well. They do a great job of that. We do have an attack over on the left hand side though. The Black Numenorians are pushing up and engaging pretty heavily into the Eastling defenders, as you guys can see. And yeah, it does seem like since the last time I played this, they have gone back and actually, seemingly added quite a bit more detail to the lower tier units. I'm seeing a lot more low tier units actually have new assets, different assets, and I think that does make sense with their campaign along the horizon going to be releasing, whenever it releases, but definitely on track with that custom map and all that lovely stuff, custom events, buildings, etc. I think it is really important to go back because they're going to be the main units you're going to be using, so having all that detail is going to be very cool indeed on them lower tier units. So let's take a look at the overall defense right now. Isengard are going to be making their way inside the settlement slowly but surely. We have a pretty big push on the right hand side, it seems, down this one entrance right there from the Haradrim, but again, they're being harassed. These initial layers have a lot more open streets, and it seems like the cavalry are running. Again, a really nice use. Again, this unit of cavalry has done a pretty good job so far at whittling down the attackers on this side with the help of the missile fire, but again, you'll notice quite quickly that ammunition is running low, and there is very few ways to reload your ammunition. This isn't like Bannerlord where you just go to a pile of arrows and reload. They're going to be struggling a little bit more. So as soon as these arrows run out, that's going to definitely reduce the effectiveness of this defense. We go back to the other side, we can see that the assault has now really begun. We've got some of the Black Haven Sentinels here, and again, if you are a little bit newer to these battles, like halberds are just solid at pushing through. These are the type of units you want here, defending, pushing, attacking. They're great if they can get in and not get outflanked, which again they won't really in these situations where they're fighting in tight city streets, and they're also protected from missile fire. They will just rack up kills. They have the range, they have the armor piercing ability. They'll break through here very decently, and they're already fighting these lower tier Eastling warriors, so again, nothing that crazy. I imagine the bulk of the defense will be further back inside of the settlement. Oh, we even have some artillery shots coming in. One of the things I love about Attila is just the sheer amount of damage one boulder set on fire can do. You can see more of the Isengard soldiers are pushing inside. They really just want to get this force inside of the city and set up. The archers have fallen back a little bit to the inner layer. We have friendly missile fire coming in as well. Some arrow towers just kind of racking up an extra couple kills. And they can actually do a considerably large amount of damage. But yeah, it seems like for the most part, the main force is heading back to the, I guess, second or third layer right now. Yeah, they've been broken through here. Wow, nice move here. The halberds really just tearing through the opponents, and with this aggressive shock infantry, they're tearing through. They've got the defenders on the run, and they're trying to fall back. But the outer layers is completely lost, and now it's being pushed back. Now, the inner layer is going to be pretty interesting to defend. There's, what, 2 ways in? 3 ways in right now? Yeah, 2 ways in, which is going to be this main position right here, which can be pushed with archers, halberds, and then there's also this side position. You can kind of come around and take this position. Doesn't really lead you on to anything, though. So again, you're going to be basically funneled into this position, arrow fire coming down, and then once you break through there, again, you're going to be pushing through basically 2 avenues of defense as you get further and further up, and then finally you're going to go to the inner layer, the final position of the horse lords right here, the throne of the king, and trying to eventually take that bad boy down. So right now on this assault is critical that the attackers get as many kills as physically possible on the retreating defenders. You want to just utilize the chaos, trying to look at that guy just got taken off his horse. You want to be utilizing the chaos as much as you can, really trying to just pick away at the defenders, because the more you kill now in the mayhem, the less you're going to have to kill later. And you can see just running up, trying to kind of cut off any retreat. Cavalry's going to come in though, and really these are acting as a rear guard. These horsemen are here just to slow them up, get the rest of the men to safety, and I think they've actually done exactly that. Yeah, they have. A very nice cavalry charge coming off as well. More horses are sallying out to the inner layer, and boom, smashing into that. They're under missile fire, but again, every arrow that the attackers use on these horses is going to be one less arrow they're going to be using on the defensive shield walls and the other positions. And right now as well, they've kind of collided directly into these spearmen, and getting taken down fairly decently right there. The shock infantry, once they've slowed up the cavalry and that charge impact has gone away, eat these guys for breakfast with them huge claymores they're wielding, and the men of Rohan are forced to fall back. So yeah, pretty successful assault really. Well, it's been 20 minutes so far in the battle, and both sides have taken heavy casualties. It does seem like the defenders are going pretty aggressive though, seemingly looking to try and maybe take out a few of these soldiers. They're setting out some of their savages right now. This is ballsy play by the defenders. Committing any men early is going to be brutal. I mean, I guess these guys are probably pretty cheap. They have very bad armor, but again, it's all about that aggressiveness. And they're going to charge in, looking to get that charge bonus off. The counter charge does come back in though, as both sides clash in as the clouds move overhead, it seems. Oh my god. Whoa, that's gone dark. And there you go. You can see the fighting. I mean, I hope that was successful. The arrow fire again. Maybe this is just a bait to waste more ammunition on these guys. 17 kills so far. They're about to be outflanked. And again, another position over here. Maybe again it is just to simply delay this position right now, trying to slow, you kind of really like reduce their coordination. It is never a bad idea utilizing that. We also have some like Nafatun bomb throwers as well in this Uruk-hai unit. It has been severely depleted, but these guys do still have explosives utilizing that gunpowder, and they also have these sappers as well, which if they go off, they'll clear this entire section of infantry. So, you know, kind of it's well and truly Legolas, bring him down, bring him down. And there we have the remnants of the chargers he sallied out getting killed now. A very gutsy move, honestly. A very gutsy move indeed to come out here, and I guess just buy the defenders more time to set up. And there you go, surrounded, killed. So now we'll probably be moving in. I don't know if the defenders, do they have much artillery? They have all their ammunition left, right, on that side, and pretty much all their ammunition on here. So we're going to probably get a bit of a few assaults on the front line, but we're going to probably be waiting a little while. A lot of the artillery is going to be brought inside of the city now. The armies are going to be set up, and we're going to get kind of probably a second skirmisher phase now. So it seems like the defenders have buckled under the pressure, just completely giving up this position. The artillery has been bombarding of them, able to get some good hits on them, burning some of the yeomans of the mark who are now falling back. And yeah, it seems like the defenders are just a little bit scared, leaving their archers without ammunition, along with some heavier defensive infantry, again, just to kind of absorb the initial shots. But yeah, look at that. The fire is burning. The men of Rohan retreating and leaving their easterling allies to basically die, I guess, seeming a better defensive position. And the Uruk-hai are having a great time locked into this engagement. I'm surprised they didn't try and hold the line here a bit more, because surely the artillery is just going to keep on pushing up. But I guess they feel like it's a much better, more open area. They can spread out their soldiers, and they can kind of, I guess, almost like look to defend like here and here, and then kind of have another defensive line like here and here, and then so on and so on. Yeah, they can kind of defend these paths in piecemeal rather than committing to one big defense right here, which I guess isn't a bad idea. And again, they are also absorbing a lot of ammunition. We've got some Mordor Orc rabble. These guys are pretty useless. As you can see, they've got 1 kill between them. And they've used like half their ammunition. Imagine only 1 kill after using what? 2,000 arrows? 3,000 arrows? Who knows? But hey, the poor little Orc rabble, they're Orc rabble for a reason, I guess. Embarrassing though. If I was their boss, I would not be happy. Oh, boom as well. We're getting some sappers. This is an early use of them. The sappers coming out here as well on the left-hand side, lobbing off their explosions. This is going to clear up this position, and it is on some clan spearmen, so these guys are the best spearmen that the Eastlings have to offer, so it is going to break their position. Again, it just seems like a little bit of a risky move right there, utilizing this ammunition, but again, kills are kills. The sooner you break this, the sooner you can push the settlement, and I assume they're also playing for a 60-minute timer as well, so that is going to come in clutch. And yeah, the sooner you clear this out, I guess the sooner you can minimize losses, get around here, hit these guys in the back, which is what they're already doing now. Some of the very strong Black Numenorians charging in, and that's going to be more than enough to finish these clan spearmen. But again, it is bought them time. It's bought them time to fully fall back here. They've got a lot of ammunition left. I'm going to be very interested to see who does come out on top of this. And like you can see, banter power-wise, it is in favor of the attackers, so it should be up till the very end until it's not. The pikes have been kept safe, but there's plenty of arrows left for the defenders. Lots of bowmen. But yeah, this is going to see them pretty nicely. We also got a unit of crossbowmen really etching around the flank. Not many of these crossbowmen can get their shots off into them, but those of them who can do a good job. And now the Uruks are going to basically cut off any retreat these yeomans of the mark look like they would have. There will be no dawn for Rohan, it seems. And this destruction also will be racking up nicely on the defending side's morale. Hasn't quite come into effect. I'm not sure at what percentage they start taking casualties. But at a certain percentage, they will start receiving debuffs to their abilities, which is always a cool feature. Which I feel like could have just was improved from Thrones of Britannia. You don't say that a lot, really, from a Total War point of view, that X feature was improved in Thrones of Britannia. Well, there were some cool things about it, and the ability to burn down buildings as you move through the settlement was definitely one of them with the Raider perk. There we have it. The next layer of defense has been completely wiped out. The attackers are inside the settlement, yeah, are looking to push forward. And honestly, it would be a cool feature to have, like, in a future game, like the ability for units just to burn these settlements as they progress through it, if that's what we wanted to do, because it would punish a force from falling all the way back, you know. So yeah, it's a cool feature. But yeah, now we're just gonna push up. We're gonna obviously be taking out these 2 towers, and then I guess moving soldiers in. And it seems like the defenders are going really far back now, looking just to defend these 2 points. I'm surprised they didn't try to maybe hold like an extra position, like here and here, like maybe further down here as well. I feel like it would be quite good to get some arrow fire coming in on them, but seemingly looking just to fall back. Again, over here, I think it'd be good to go a bit further down, because this is quite an open point right here. But again, you have access to the arrow tower, lots of bowmen, which is going to come in clutch. Looks like we have a big old cavalry charge here trying to break up the White-Hand Storm, as King Theoden himself is leading this counter assault. You can see him right there as well, pushing out with his men, leading the charge forward and trying to, yeah, threaten all of these crossbows. Getting some good kills there on the White-Hand Stormers. The rest of the assault is now really kicking off with more infantry being pushed up. The Axemen looking to break up the guards of the Golden Hall, and they are defending the Golden Hall, so it's good to have them here on position. A lot of lower tier infantry, kind of the remnants of the lower tier men, have also been thrown up here just to absorb all the ammunition, which has been flying. When I tell you it's been flying, we have, yeah, a lot of arrows being expended here. But again, the defenders have plenty of men. There's an entire force back here with the artillery being pushed up as well. Does feel like the attackers are maybe a little bit too preemptive there, as they are now being punished with that by the cavalry charges coming in. And I mean, if King Theoden can kill the leader of the Uruk-hai right here, the leader of the Isengard forces, that would be a big blow. Unfortunately, not going to be the case, and he is going to take some return fire as well. A lone crossbow bolt could end the men of Rohan's days. More pikemen being thrown up. But again, that is a good thing the attackers have done by sending these soldiers forward. You can see there is not much ammunition left over on this right-hand side now. A handful of volleys. Same over here. They can just whittle this down, then the pikemen push in, and there's not much here that can really stop them. And they have the numbers, they have the quality. There is a lot of men back here. Unfortunately, they did lose their sappers. Seemingly, there's always a bit tricky using them. They still have the Nafatoon, so again, utilizing these guys right towards the end of a battle is going to be big, and something I think they're kind of keeping these soldiers back on. As there's some more skirmishes go off, we can see over on this side as well, heavy fighting. It's going to be slow going because there's no real good shock infantry here. Both sides have pretty defensive units. You can see the heavy Black Numenorian spearmen going up against, you guessed it, the heavy spearmen of Rohan. So it's going to basically be in a rock hitting into a rock until more units kind of come up to one another. They're just wearing each other down like a summer's tide. With some archers being thrown in there just for bodies now at this point. You have ammunition, pick up that sword and get stuck in. Yeah, you just see more remnants being thrown in. Nothing else really coming in. Oh, we are seeing the pikemen being thrown up though. I guess to stop this cavalry charge from causing any more damage. But again, if they get into range, which I think they might just be, the first few volleys coming in, that's going to be bad for them. You really want to save these bad boys till the very end of the fight. Okay, we got artillery firing now as well, using this precious ammunition. Looking to try and get some good shots off. I'm not sure if they're manually firing this, but yeah, if they get a good hit here, it could really clear out a lot of the defenders. Because right now, it's not necessarily about oh god, here we go, fire shots coming in. It's not, oh, that's a friendly fire if I've ever seen one. And these are all just going overhead as well. Getting some actually good shots in there. But yeah, you really want to be hitting this target. Oh, and it seems like they did as well. Yeah, because if you can clear this open and kind of get into the depths of the enemy lines, that's going to be really good. But they're going to constantly be committing more men to it. So it's always really hard to when to commit the ammunition when. You can't kind of hold off forever. Oh, and it seems like them pikemen were just decimated by the arrow fire. That sucks. And they're committing now. They're committing. They're throwing up their axe infantry to try and break down these heavy spearmen. The remnants of the pikemen will also, I guess, sit around here. It was a trade, though. It was a trade for the cavalry, which you can see now breaking. I think Theoden is still alive. No, it's Bane of the Steppes. Is Theoden gone down? Maybe he was... There's a cavalry unit there. It's come back. The Haradrim... Oh, no, that's the attackers right there. Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, Theoden is still alive, but only just right there. More artillery fire. I mean, you really just want to get, like, a direct hit here where they're so clumped up. As the attackers try and pull through a bit. Always a tactic I don't mind seeing because they're basically just using their weight of numbers. You take horrendous casualties when you do this. You're just basically getting more of your models into contact. And you know, again, unless you want to be here for 2 hours, that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be pushing up your soldiers. So now this probably isn't the best target in the world, realistically, for your artillery. Because a lot more of your bodies are now engaged in the enemy line. They're falling back even. That was a good hit right there. In the midst of these lines. And again, every kill you get on these archers reduces the amount of arrow fire coming in. But you can see all that own arrow fire coming in, looking to kill the cavalry, looking to kill the archers in return. I don't know, the defenders are, I mean, they have some good soldiers. Again, you can see holding back all their elite men here, all the Black Numenorians, all these assassins right there. And now the soldiers being completely held back right now. As more soldiers go up. They're going to have to commit this, though. This right-hand side is looking close to breaking. Yeah, their morale is not looking good. Oh, this is, yeah, starting to look a little bit tricky. But again, the defenders don't have tons of men either. This mass rout, though, is going to be bad. For sure. The good guys are holding the line. I say good guys. You've got Eastlings in here. alongside the men of Rohan. Not sure how good that is. And I think for the most part, I really love the look of Rohan. Rohan might possibly be my first campaign when the Dawnless Days mod does release their campaign. I'm tempted. I mean, it's obviously Gondor and Mordor are going to be two really fun campaigns because there's going to be campaign events as well with Dunland, which is going to completely change up how you're going to play that campaign over on that side, whether you're playing Isengard, Rohan, because Dunland can decide to back up either side. And it's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out from Rohan's point of view. Are you going to be really backing up, you know, trying to convince Dunland to support you? Or is maybe Theoden going to be too far gone there? I imagine Theoden will probably have some pretty negative debuffs until you get rid of Grima as well. And that's why I'm really excited for all the events and stuff they're going to be having. It's going to really bring a lot of life to the campaign. But yeah, again, more reinforcements now being set up, needing to be sent up right now. Because this position is looking thin. But they are slowly grinding away, utilizing that number advantage. I say number advantage. There is only 200 men up here now. Also, shout out as well to my 4090, my new PC setup as well. We are running at a smooth 46 FPS, which is always nice in Total War Attila when you're not down at 16 FPS. So definitely no complaints there. Hopefully it does come across as well in the footage, being a little bit smoother. And a little bit more, yeah, alive, I guess. You can see off in the corner, the pikemen, the remnants of the pikemen, still able to get some decent kills as that guy gets decapitated. More reinforcements sent up. The axemen are smashing away at the shields as the white hand is high in the morning. Yeah, the battle just rages on. The battle rages on until one side gives up that position. And I'm not sure if they're going to fully commit to this inner defense. Yeah, it looks like they are now pulling men back to hold that inner layer, which is always cool. They could just decide to hold these two positions. I like to see them falling back, though. It's going to make for a very cinematic battle. Barely is holding on. The Uruk-hai really storming the position against the Easterlings, looking to bring down anything in their path. The right-hand side, they are committing more soldiers, but boom, a beautiful charge in right there to hold the line, stabilize it. The bane of a step for the defenders, making every man count, preventing them from pushing on and, yeah, buying vital time to fall back to this inner layer, which is now in Talos. Theoden, I think, is going to be doing exactly the same thing, charging directly into these poor orc rabble. They are being sent flying, and the casualties will be high on this unit. Able to break them, but there is nothing else that stands in their way. Is there any ammunition left on this? Yeah, there's ammunition left on the artillery as well. Oh, that is brutal. Yeah, the defenders are not looking good right now. The cavalry able to maybe rout a couple hundred soldiers and are now falling back. They're going to probably have to dismount here to make their last stand. And there really does not look like there is much left of them now. Yeah, completely falling back. The cavalry might try and kind of roam around. Again, make their stand here. Let's try and get as much damage in. But look at that charge off Theoden. Struggling up to 160 kills. Not too bad. Theoden himself is in the midst of that. He needs to be careful. He is trying to push his way out and just about makes it out. Switching over now. The Bane of the Steppe is going to take over. I mean, utilizing this downhill charge is a pretty smart idea here. Oh, the pikes going down, though. They need to be very careful. There's not many pikes left, but there are still pikes. They're able to get some good kills. 88 kills on the Bane of the Steppe as they pull out. Again, a lot of the damage can be pretty nice. They are committing more men here, though. They've managed to stabilize on this right flank for a little bit longer with the support of the Bane of the Steppe. Push back and actually managed to rout some of the very aggressive units. The artillery coming in, trying to get a nice little snipe. Ow! Almost a snipe out on Theoden. That'd be one way to go for sure. So there's a flaming catapult to the chest. Not quite Alexander, though. And yeah, I mean, this is it. This is it. Everything has been committed. I mean, there seems like there's a lot left from the Yellow Army. The Uruk-hai, the men of Isengard are going to be taking over the siege now. The Haradrim have kind of been spent at this point. A few Black Numenorians left. That's basically all they have. And yeah, this position completely lost. Oh no. Oh no, the Bane of the Steppe is here. If these pikes can set up, they are completely trapped now. Oh no, this is brutal. We're going to have to just push their way through. There is no other way about it. Oh, yeah. They're stuck. Maybe they can break through. Ooh. Okay, now just reinforcements need to be committed here to stop this. The arrow fire. The enemy general down. I don't think that's spared in, but we can check. Yeah, going to be the bane of the step. They took one wrong turn here. God, they're going to be on the phone to the Edoras. The Edoras architect, that is for sure. And now these pikemen just chill here and push up slowly but surely towards the enemy position. Look at them go. Bit by bit. Keeping them pikes down as they push up. They need to be careful not to let any space through because they are going to try and escape. And all this time, the artillery coming in, burning the remnants. Again, a nice little artillery hit here would be deadly. Killing a couple more there. Yeah, one direct hit here would be insane. You can see the artillery shells raining around here. Theoden's going to come out and try and help out. Yo, this poor Cavalry trying to break through. And they're not doing a bad job of it. They're getting pinned in. Yeah, there you go. The counter charge coming in, and that's going to be the bane of the step. Completely wiped out in this one. However, Theoden can make one last charge. These crossbowmen are set up. It's whether or not these crossbowmen can get that volley off and finish Theoden. I think maybe one or two volleys. Oh, they're running, the cowards! I don't remember shooting. Theoden's last charge. Going flying into the enemy position. He could get that. Here's no way. Oh my god, friendly fire! That was friendly fire that killed Theoden. Seems like Grima Wormtongue never left the defense. And he was hiding, giving orders. Oh, that's not looking good whatsoever. Some good artillery shells. Oh, they're really hitting the missiles again. I guess they're trying to hit this, but just coming a bit short. And now the final defense is here. Outnumbered heavily. 2-1 at this point. Oh, I would not bring these guys forward. You can see all the artillery is aiming here, but just going a little bit too long. The thing the defenders have to be so careful of as well is like, there's a lot of crossbows left. So sallying out your archers and other stuff to try and stop this, kind of have to do it. Because if you don't, you're going to be just shot to pieces by crossbows. And the crossbows will rack up some good damage. The last couple arrow volleys. Now coming in, looking to try and pick out. Got another shot. It's looking pretty good. Oh, again, just a bit too long right there. Yeah, the artillery at this range is going to be inaccurate. But, you know, what else can you do? All you need is one or two good hits, and there you go. That's going to be it. Oh, just burning a couple soldiers on the front line. This is brutal. The defenders can do nothing but sit by and get shot to pieces. The crossbows having a field day, and you can see the dead are starting to really pile up here. So many casualties right now as bolt after bolt just goes colliding into the armor of the defenders. Soldiers on the ground, not faring much better. The rear assault is also being pushed, however, not making as much progress. The halberds going up and slowly fighting through. There is also a path that the shock infantry could try and break through. There's like a small path right there where the defense isn't fully set up. But again, there's not really any good shock infantry here. It's mainly just spearmen. So it's going to be a grind away. And there you go. The assault is now thrown in. You got berserkers here. You got the half-orc infantry. Basically anything committed here is looking just to simply break through them. I mean, this is the perfect target for the berserkers. Them big wielding two-handed swords are great at breaking through here. Going to obviously, again, push up, break through these thin lines. There needs to be more infantry to stop this. And they're just going to break through. That line is far too thin to withstand them. Taking casualties as they do. They're able just to push in, stop any reinforcements. And now's the time just to funnel more soldiers in. You can see, yeah, the entire assault right here is now coming in. The right hand, the backhand side doesn't look like it's breaking anytime soon. Yeah, you can see that pull through ended up not panning out for them. They went a bit too far and taking them casualties, allowing reinforcements to come in. Now we have basically just everything committed, but there is no way the defenders have this, unfortunately. One side is going to break. The morale is still holding. That is, you know, one of the benefits they have. The crossbows having a bit of a harder time as well getting the angle to shoot. They can't really arc their shots with these crossbows. And again, they're going to be committing everything they have here. But it's only really a matter of time until the position. The fire is going to help as well. Just whittle down that morale. Backhand side. yeah, able to withstand. I mean, again, really, they should just commit everything here. Bulldoze through these guards if they can. This is going to be the breaking point for sure. As more and more men come in, more commit. The Yokai just too many at this point. And it seems like Edoras has fallen. Yeah, they have indeed. Yeah, Edoras is done for now. And it was a pretty brutal siege. Like, it took a while to get up here. Really. They bulldozed through every single attack point, siege towers, and ladders. Really came in useful. And I can understand, again, why the attackers really were so successful. The defenders just couldn't really defend a wall this large. It would have been cool to see them, but again, they don't have many men left, even at this point. But they did whittle the attackers down to, you know, just under 1,200 men. So it's not like they've done a bad job whatsoever at holding the line. I feel like it was probably a smart idea to fall back where they could. That is going to be it, I think. That is going to be it. The last stand is over. Yep, and there we go. A big mass rout right there. All the soldiers fleeing into the abyss. And yeah, Edoras has fallen. Only Helm's Deep remains. If we take a look at some of the kills as well, you can see some pretty decent racks up right there. Again, I feel like nobody really did exceptional, but again, the sappers actually managed to get 400 kills on this unit. They're going to be the Nafatum throwers, the guys who actually throw the explosives. They got their money's worth for sure over the course of the battle. Again, over the Haradrim, nothing too crazy, some decent kills, nothing that mad. Then on the defenders, again, the Eastling Cavalry. That's really what did, I think, a lot of damage. Is missiles and cavalry fed in 200 kills, and then the Knights of the Mark doing a nice job as well. If you guys enjoyed this battle, please let me know by dropping a like and a comment down below. It really honestly helps out the channel. I really appreciate it. And basically, it's just an indication that you guys maybe want to see more of this Lord of the Rings action on the channel in the future. So yeah, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one.